man, then they shall be a fearful case. That's what's going to happen, man.
Right, this is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
That's it.
Though he humble himself and go a-crouching, yet take good heed.
But it said though he humble himself, like that guy earlier today. I got a friend, he's Ghanaian, Pakistani, we're all in a rap group. Is that? He was trying to speak humbly to fool us, man. You know, but like he said, our lamps are bright with this oil, man. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices.
And he said, though he humble himself and go a-crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
That's right.
And thou shalt be unto him as thou wipest a looking glass. And thou should know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
That's why it don't matter what they do, whether you're in a workplace with them or whatever, it always comes out. Like, what's that footballer? Holgate said that Firmino called him a racist word when Firmino's an Israelite himself, man. See, you niggas are yeah, he's Brazilian, man. He's Asher. You niggas are becoming degenerates, man. You know, total degenerates. But if it was a white guy, he wouldn't have said that. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have said that. That one.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 verse 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness. And when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
I read it again, sorry.
Wisdom of Solomon 12 verse 22. Therefore, whereas thou dost chasten us, thou scourgest our enemies 1,000 times more.
There you go, man. Like them Syrians, they're getting blasted, man. They're getting blasted, their women are getting raped, no electricity, no water, this, that. That's the Lord punishing them. Because all these nations have done something to Jake, whether it's now or back in the past. Alright? That's why I don't have sympathy for them anymore.
You know what I'm saying? So it says, to the intent that when we judge, we should carefully think of thy goodness. And when we ourselves are judged, we should look for mercy.
Here you go, man. That's why we said it, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks. By you even praising the Lord when things are going wrong, that's him showing you mercy, man. Because he's keeping your spirits up rather than you go down. Or you know, in school, if you're not good at a subject, you go into the class, you're a bit scared, looking at the teacher, and he goes, yeah, come and do this equation. He points to you, you're all scared and nervous and that. The Lord is shaping us into men of God, man. Alright? To be outside your comfort zone, to be in dangerous areas, to speak, to talk, to minister. This is our service that we're doing, and it's our reasonable service. Our people should be doing this anyway. But instead, what they're doing today, man, going down to the Trocadero, looking up foreign women, whatever you niggas do, man. Hey, what are these niggas are into? Other than killing each other. I have no idea, man. It's just a vessel of nothingness when it comes to the 2/3, man. No integrity, nothing. Like all them boys, only a couple of them stayed. The rest of them were like, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, go away. Finish that, yeah? Yeah, that's it. That's it, yeah? The bit that you want to read up.
How it sounds anyway, but it's not a report.
I'll just start Ecclesiasticus 12 and 16.
Ecclesiasticus 30 and 3.
An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips.
That's that. Hey, that's this devil, man. Sweet serpent. See?
But in his heart he imagined how to throw thee into a pit.
Yep. And the word pit means what? This word system means pit. So we're all in a system. We're all in a pit, man. See?
He will weep with his eyes But if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
There you go, man. So when they're crying, sometimes you have Israelite groups, the ISUPK, the Chicago Tribe and Refined. They had this Edomite woman who was Russian, and she admitted that whites have been wicked and all this stuff. They said, "Would you bend down and say sorry?" She bent down, she said sorry, and she was about to cry, and she goes, "The next world to come, you're gonna be a slave." She accepted it. She accepted it, man. You know, that's gonna be good because she was quite pretty. So you're gonna be one of my slaves, man, in my dungeon. You know.
Pretty dungeon slave. Huh?
Yeah, pretty dungeons. She might be the one in charge of it, you know, to clean up the Edomite women. But they smell, man. They smell. You ever been in their houses? They smell, man. They stink like dog. You go in their house and you're thinking, where's Lassie? There's no dog in there, man. They smell, man. It's true.
And it says, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet he shall undermine thee.
There you go. Pretend to help you, pretend to like you. Like this brother keeps saying, man. Okay? That's why they don't like to ask that question. Why they hate black people?
It's real, man.
Yeah.
It's so real.
No, go away. I call the police.
It's real, bro. It's real. I'm telling you.
It says, he will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance.
Yeah, that's Esau. That's what he does, man. Read that again. Read that part again.
And it says, he will shake his head and clap his hands.
So is he shaking his head, meaning, no, that's not true. And then he's clapping his hands like, yeah. They go on.
And will whisper much.
So he starts saying, yeah, and he's like,
and change his countenance.
he's like, oh yeah, definitely. And he's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how.
That's how this devil operates. He's a
That's why he
serpent,
wins all the Oscars, man.
Yeah,
because he's an actor. He's a good actor.
the word actor means what? Hypocrite, right?
Yeah. Remember we went to that Brixton thing, right?
Yeah.
You know the white man that was hosting the whole thing.
Yeah, the red guy.
Even though I was pretty much saying white people to his face, he never got offended. You were like,
He's playing his role.
He's playing his role, acting. You know, he came over. He said, you know, he wasn't like that and everything like that.
Yeah.
He was all playing his part.
Yeah, instead of the good white guy.
Mixed messages.
Yeah.
That's what you talk about. That's what Esau does. He gives them mixed messages.
Yeah, some of us are good characters. Some of us are good, you know. Some of us are doing this for you.
Yeah, we're not all bad.
Yeah. Like this guy, the guy that came up, he was all, oh, my friend is from Ghana.
What, man?
And then he said, I'm so offended. He tried to put on his act, his real act. Like he's so offended by what I'm saying. Like we're not justified for calling them out for what they've done.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to see my justifiable reason, my righteous cause. He didn't want to see that. Instead, he was like, I'm so offended. Pretending like crocodile tears. And my friend is from, he's an enemy. You gotta get rid of these people, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hey, didn't we just read, never trust your enemy, man?
Yeah.
They hate you, man.
Think about people, man. Niggas, man.
I'm telling you, if we went and migrated, they would be right at the docks to stop us. You niggas ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, just like that. They
you.
turn their face, they nod their head, they're clapping. First they shake their head, they're like, yeah.
Or like that white guy that was at the thing, you know, you start talking about Israelites and that. He was like, I don't feel the love. You hear that? Yeah. Some cracker said, where's the love? I don't feel the love, brother.
Yeah. And then at the end when he was gonna leave, he was like, he thanked me. He was like, sorry, man. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
He started talking all friendly with me.
Yeah, he started talking about.
Beware of him, man. He'll overthrow you, throw you in that pit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When the tables turn, you'll be quick to try and kill you.
Just an Edomite that's into hip hop, that's all, man. And as soon as I heard that comment from him, I said, yeah, that's definitely an Edomite. I guess Psalms 73 and 8, because the way they talk and speak and how they act is actually what the Bible's trying to show you, man. Alright? Words were smoother than butter. War was in his heart. Who was that talking about, man? The Gadites, man. We come in peace, and they killed them, man. Even my cousin, who's Muslim, he said that's the worst genocide in history. Happened to North American Indians. I had to tell him, listen, they're Israelites as well, man. So, what was it? done that one. Read it.
Psalm 73. Let me start from verse 1.
The one? 73 verse 8. You can go start from 1 if you want.
It's all good.
Okay.
Psalm 73 verse 1. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. Elect. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
That's why our rappers, so-called rappers, they sell their soul because they want what their oppressors got. See?
For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
That's right.
The military. They are not in trouble as other men.
Yep.
Neither are they plagued like other men.
That's why, listen, it's all about favor. Because they run the earth right now. The Lord gave it to them. So therefore, they're not suffering as much as everyone else. Go to verse 8. Yeah, verse 8.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
There you go. Let me give you examples, man. Like the woman on Fox News. The Irish went into slavery. They got over it. That's exactly what she said, man. Looked into the camera while she was saying it. But that Irish that went into slavery was the black Irish, man. The Hibernians, who are the West Indians today. But that's another example. Get over it. Well, fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get over it when you have you as a slave, man. Revelations 13 and 9. Get Isaiah 14 and 1. No. James 2 and 13. Oh, yes. I'll read that first. So, what's it? 13.
Right, it's Ecclesiasticus 30 and 3.
Yep.
He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
And did we not talk about that documentary where they had that Benjamin kid? He was in school over here. They said that he's not mentally equipped to be in a normal class. He can't function. Then they took him to Jamaica, and now he's fifth at the top of the class. So how come that when he went to Jamaica, where he has his own teachers, his own people, he's top 5 in the class, excelled, but when he was born here and went to this school system, run by the Edomites, whites, nothing. They were saying that he was mentally retarded, ADHD, all this stuff. Why? Because they have perpetual hatred for us, man. Only a fool will let his enemy teach his children.
Plus in the West Indies, the education is better.
Yeah.
I remember one of my friend's nieces come over here to live for a little while. She went to the school and she said basically that she wasn't learning that. It's too slow for her.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it shows you that they teach people in these schools over there. Bullshit.
When you say slow, talking about the schools here.
Yeah, she said the school's slow, it's very slow. He said, we learned that when we was 8 years old.
There you go, man. And that's Esau as well, you know. You know your son and your daughter?
Dumbing them down.
Yeah, he's dumbing them down, man.
Attacking that generation.
That's right.
And you know what Esau is doing? I don't mean to cut you off. But flipping, what Esau is doing is he wants control over your children. He wants to be the one tutoring and educating your children.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? He doesn't want you to have power over your children. Because he knows that once you do that, that means he's losing control over you as a nation. He wants control over you as a nation. And one way to do that is by saying, listen, you have to, it's mandatory that you send your children to school to be educated. You know what I'm saying? To be indoctrinated.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So that's why you shouldn't send your children to the white man, the man who has killed your nation.
Yeah.
Then you say, God, you want your children to be just like white people, to be just like them.
Yeah, man.
You want them to learn, to be educated by them.
Right.
To be taught by the same people that are notorious in slaughtering your people.
Yeah. Oh, hey, wait. You can't even say just us. Look what they did in India, man. They have a picture of an Indian guy with a white man on the back. And he was on the white man was sitting on a chair and he had to carry him, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, hell, man.
Some guy knew he went to India. Where do they go? In India, there's a place they go. And he said that, no, there's a place they go in India. He said, well, the tourists go.
Yeah.
And he said, he saw a German man in one of those sun lounges.
Yeah.
Right? And he snapped his finger, and about 5 of them come over, and they carried him to the bar.
Oh my!
And they ordered his drink, and then took his drink, and they carried him back.
See, you see what I'm
you
saying?
see,
You see what I'm saying?
Because he conquered them as well.
Yeah.
But a different way, not as bad as us.
But the point is that we're making is that when you read that verse,
And it says, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy.
exactly, and Esau doesn't want us to grieve him. So he doesn't want us to have power over our children. So what he says is that, look, okay, let me bring in feminism to make the woman want to not be in the household anymore and be outside working. So therefore, who's raising the children if both parents are out? TV.
Right, yeah.
The white man.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's the one indoctrinating your child, and he's not teaching the children about role play. You don't know that. You're just a woman, man.
Yeah, I know.
You're just a woman, man. Anyway. So your children don't learn nothing about role play, about how a little boy should grow to be a man, and how a young girl should have role play between man and woman.
Yeah.
That's why you have a lot of lesbianism, a lot of bisexuality among the children of our people, man. In this new upcoming generation, you have a lot of that sexual deviance going on, man. Why? Because they're getting it from who? Other nations of people. Other nations of people have power over the education of our children. So naturally, you wonder why your children grow up with self-hate, because they're coming out of the white man's school systems. They're being indoctrinated by the same man that's notorious for killing them. You're not meant to be doing that. You don't send your children to the Esau's school system. You are meant to be the one teaching them. All right, indoctrinating them about the good news.
Yeah,
That's what you're really meant to be teaching them right now. Okay? You are meant to be charged over them. Okay? Go ahead.
And that's the reason why a lot of times it's better to do homeschooling. But they had that program about gypsies months ago, man. And the guy who's a gypsy is getting beaten up at school and they're teasing him, this, that. Then when they took him out of school, did a home tutoring with mum, he's doing well as well. It's the environment that Jake is in. Because it's look, man. This ain't, look at this concrete, man. Concrete everywhere like an animal, man. Like a cave, you know? That's why when they come out of a club at night, you see their women take their shoes off and walk barefoot on the concrete, right? Because that's how they were in the Caucasus.
They got the bones for it as well, you know?
They got what?
The bones for it. They got the bones for it, innit? Big bones, you know what I mean?
Hey,
my back's hurting me now, you know what I mean? Standing up this concrete and shit, man.
Yeah, you just have to keep, wiggling your legs a little bit and all that, man.
Like you said, they could take their shoe off and walk on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Right, this is Psalm 62 and 10. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them.
Yeah, there you go, man. And we've got plenty of examples about that, you know? You niggas get 10 grand and you think you're rich. See?
It says, God have spoken once, twice. Have I heard this? The power belongeth unto God. Also unto thee, O Lord, belongeth the mercy, for thou renderest to every man according to his work.
There you go, man. Every man according to his... Jeremiah 31, 30. Yeah, it's gone there. Yeah, but you know what?
That fool, man.
Oh, that's it.
So that taxi driver, isn't it?
Golfing buddies there.
Either my taxi driver.
No, that's one of my golfing buddies. He used to play golf.
Oh, you know the guy?
Yeah, I know him. D, you know.
Oh, it's always okay.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 31 and 30. But everyone shall die for his own iniquity.
There you go. The Christian church is not saying that. They're saying the mommy water spirits. It was in your papa. It goes down to you, you know? No. everyone, again, everyone dies for their own iniquity, man.
Jeremiah 31 and 30.
Yep.
But everyone shall die for his own iniquity.
There you go, man. That's why there's no one perishes innocent. What's that one? Job 4 and 7? Or 5 and 7? Crazy. 4 and 7, 5 and 7.
Every man that eateth the sour grape, his teeth shall be set on edge.
That's right. It's 5 and 7, I think.
4 and 7.
Right, Jeremiah.
4 and 7, yeah? Yeah, Job 4 and 7. Got that one? No, it's just 4.
We read 4 and 25.
Yeah, 4 and 25.
Baruch chapter 4 verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
That's it. All of this is, you know, it's him, man. It's him. Because think about it logically. How did I always used to think, how did they take us down, man?
Yeah.
It don't make no sense, man. See?
That is this. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from the Most High.
There you go. So when you guys cry like that, when that girl got put to death, they were crying. The Lord did it, man. All right? The Lord did it, man. And he don't make mistakes with his judgments. See?
For thine enemy have persecuted thee.
Yep.
Esau, Ishmael,
Yep.
all of them. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
There you go, man. There you go. The Lord is doing it all. Like I said, man, I keep saying, you watch these programs about psychopaths and all that, they're killing crackers, man. And this is their kingdom, but they get cancer, they get sickness. We're not gonna have all that. We're gonna have a new body, a new heaven, and a new earth, man. And then the curses are gonna be put upon them. I got Deuteronomy 30 and 7. You know that?
This is Job 4 and 7.
Yep.
Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent,
There you go.
or where were the righteous cut off?
You ask that woman, oh, you feel sorry for what your ancestors did, she's gonna say it weren't me. She ain't gonna even say sorry. She ain't gonna answer the question. She'll just say it's not me, man. Remember that Shaggy song? It wasn't me. Yeah, that's it, man. But that's how they are. They always got some kind of lame excuse. And these niggas soak it up. You know, like when you have a gravy, you have bread and the bread into in the soup to mop it up. That's the way these niggas' minds are, man. You know, they're around this white man, and he puts all of his philosophy and he's demonizing, and it manifests in their actions, man. Okay. Go on.
Genesis 49 verse 8.
Yep.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Right. So we said that we should tread upon their neck. Judah, we're gonna get at the devil, man. We're gonna get at each.
Yeah, we're gonna step on the devil's head. He's gonna step on the devil's head.
We got more though, But Baruch 4, reading over 25, 26.
Yeah.
My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemies. Yeah, because a flock is like sheep. Sheep are what? Docile. And our people we're very docile, man.
Very docile, man.
We're very docile. We're gullible. We just believe anything. See, when people lie to you, so what? Like, who cares? We get lied to all the time. It's only when you believe the lies that's being told to you, that's when those lies have an effect on you. When you internalize those lies in your mind, and in your mind, your actions are a reflectance of what's going on inside of your mind, what you've internalized in your mind. Alright? So, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto the Most High. Not to the white man's government for justice and equality. You got a lot of remember that thing that we went to? That's why I told us that this whole justice and social injustice. Where you fucking going to? There's no point.
Yeah, there's no point, man.
Yeah, they said, be of comfort, all my children, and cry unto God. Most High.
Supplications.
For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. So he's the one that brought these things upon us. Our people don't know that. That's why they're running around, groping around as in darkness. Because they don't understand that the Most High is the ones that brought these things upon us. So therefore we gotta cry unto him and say, Lord, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm acknowledging you now. Like,
No.
take me out.
And that's mercy. Hey, the fact that we're doing this is mercy in itself, man. You know what I mean? Because we sinned. And that nigga used to say, oh, it's because of 2/3 we're in this mess. If you say a statement like that, you should be teaching, man. You know, there's a 2/3 that got us in this mess. No. Always round transgress the law, man. Anymore, man?
Yeah,
Let's
so
read this for what you just said. This is Hosea 5:15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense. And it says, and seek my face. In their afflictions they will seek me early. The point is, I return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Yeah.
You've got to acknowledge our offense is what we've done, man. You know?
Yeah, man. And what we're still doing today, man.
see, that's what I'm saying. It's us going back to the east again. Because right now people we're headstrong in our ways, and we're trying to be westernized. We're trying to move forward in the ways of other nations. But those of us that are going to be delivered, we're going to be delivered based on the fact that we're trying to go back to the east. We're raising our hands up towards the east and saying, Lord, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, forgive me, I'm a nigga. What? You know?
Remember the days of old.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I said, for as it was in your mind to go astray from the Most High, but we went astray. Look at the things that we're doing in West Africa. In Africa, we're eating snails, man. Big giant snails. We eat those things. We eat all kind of shit, man. Catfish. We eat anything out there, man.
Oh, yeah, so
monkey meat, monkeys, man. Got that monkey meat, bush meat.
Yeah, we had a Jake that said he eats monkey meat over there in Congo.
You know what I'm saying?
Gorilla meat, he said. Yeah.
This here also eating motherfucking gorillas, man. Cannibals, man. In Liberia, you got niggas that actually eating other motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, organs, man.
I'll take his aunt out and eat it. You know, you got the little child soldiers. I'll eat it. It's some little crazy, little Liberian, crazy
that, man.
motherfucker.
Yeah, man.
I'll take his aunt out and eat it.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, what the fuck?
He said, I'm going to eat it.
And then there was this one guy. This guy, his name was called General Butt Naked, man.
Yeah.
So he looked at I forget who the guy was that hosted the documentary. He looked at him and he was like, yeah, they call me General Naked because I was naked. Used to fight and I was naked. And everything. And he said he used to kill bare of his enemies when he was naked. Then they would drink blood before they go and fight. And then they go and fight naked, man. And then he became a fucking pastor in the church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our people are going off, man. For real.
You know where you got that from? We got that from Alexander. They used to fight. Alexander the Greek, they used to fight naked. Yeah, because they were homosexuals.
Yeah.
They would fight hard for their boyfriend, you know, because they used to pair them up.
Yeah. Pederasty.
So they fight harder for you, you know?
Our people are going off. Hey, here it is in our law to a man for grow a beard. A man for grow a beard, man. Okay? But what are our people? When you go over there, when I went over there to Nigeria, to my ancestral homeland, man. Not my ancestral, you know where my tribe, my Nigerian tribe is, and they don't like beard, man. They're heavy against beard.
Yeah.
They don't like beard at all. They shave face, they shave the hair, bald, man. That's heavy against. Those are the Hamite ways.
Yeah, well, like you said, they're in the west, man. They need to go back to the east ways, man.
But we don't even like that before we came to the west. We're in Africa doing that before Esau came along. We were going off before that. Juju.
Yeah, Juju.
Juju.
Yeah, witchcraft, man.
Witchcraft.
They're heavily into that, man, over there.
Hey, even the Latino tribes, they're going off. They're worshipping animals, man. They're worshipping eagles and shit.
Dogs. The guy that said that dog is sacred, that's why we eat it.
Not sacred, man.
Hey, that was the Gadite that said that, man.
Not sacred,
He
man.
goes, the dog is sacred, so we eat it, man. You niggas are completely gone, man.
You know what I'm saying? They were going having long hair. The Gadite men having long hair and shit.
Yeah, no beards on their face.
You know what I'm saying?
None of them had beards on their face, man.
Sacrificing one another, the Mexicans, to the sun god.
Yep.
They showed you that in that movie called Apocalypto, man. They were the motherfuckers were sacrificing their own peoples, man.
Yeah, rolling their heads down the long steps.
Going up to building pyramids, and then when the sun was out, they ripped out the heart of people, and then rolled their bodies down, and then put their heads on spikes to sacrifice to the sun god or whatever. And then when the moon would eclipse, that's when they stopped killing him.
That's
what saved the guy. That's what saved
the
him.
eclipse come over and saved him.
That's what saved them, man. So our people, that's why the Most High sent them fucking Spaniards to fuck up them to fuck up the Mexicans, man. That's why the Most High said, you know what, I'm sick and tired of these motherfuckers sacrificing to demons, man. These idols. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send the white man on the spirit upon other nations from afar. As swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Okay? And not spare the young, the elderly. And that's what happened. Prophecy was fulfilled. So why the fuck you cowards crying? You got what you deserve, you was wicked. Okay, and now you're in a situation where repentance is open unto you, but you don't want to acknowledge it, you want to despise it. Okay?
Finish that. 24.
Sorry?
Route 25. I mean, it's Route 425.
So got that one and that one. Huh?
So the second one.
That's second one. Yeah.
How far is it?
So being returned,
148. Yeah.
seek him 10 times more.
That's what we have to do. Seek him 10 times more, man. Right? Because we've been absent, innit? You know, like when there was a cracker that went to, Russia, where he got prisoner of war, and he escaped, and he walked from Russia all the way to Germany, man. Yeah, man, and he survived, man. But and then when he got to Germany, the first place he went to was a church, and he saw his wife and his daughter in the church, and they couldn't believe it, But why did he get through that? Because he had faith, man. He said, I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna see my wife, I'm gonna see my kids. You niggas ain't got faith, man. It starts raining, you niggas give up. You know what I mean? That's the problem, man. That spiritual docilation that the white man's done has really fucked our people up, man. They don't really see a way forward out of this.
Yeah, but that's what they say, let's join them.
Yeah, you can't. What is it? You can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, I got this. Daniel chapter 7, verse 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High. In fact, let me start from verse 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, but shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces, which is this kingdom. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. Actually, this is talking about this time, and the one that devoured the whole earth is talking about Roman Empire. 25. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
And that's why we got Easter there, and the Gregorian calendar came out in 1545, which was their calendar, man. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday is frescoes, Saturday Saturn. So they changed what? Times, laws, seasons, man. This man is doing everything what God said he would do, like clockwork, man.
Right, this is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And it says, and the Lord